I drew my weapon up here, brought it out, and just 2 shots, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if anybody has told you yet, you know Traske is dead.
This is 37-year-old Dwann Ross, a barber who shot and killed Traske Johnson in the parking lot of Colonial Plaza.
He goes and says, oh, I'm I'll get something for you. So I see Buddy literally reaching into his car, reaching on the back of it or whatever. Now he coming back at me again or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Now after that, I black out. I don't know really too much what happened after that.
On May 28, 2024 in Inverness, Florida. Both men operated separate businesses within the same plaza and had known each other for years. Prior to the shooting, the two had a heated text exchange. Investigators later learned that Ross was upset with Johnson for telling a female companion that Ross was romantically involved with multiple women. On the day of the shooting, a brief physical altercation broke out between the two men. During the confrontation, Ross retrieved a handgun and shot Johnson several times. Johnson was transported to a local hospital, where he later died from his injuries. In the end of this video, you will find out the conclusion.
So I get ready to drive home as I'm pulling into the Starbucks because they got new Starbucks. That's where I live at behind there. I see him and he opens up the door or whatever and was like, oh man, I told you once the first time that you need to keep that little PP shooter on you and you need to, I told you the first time you need to keep that little PP shooter on you and to stay protected. I was like, huh? I was like, that's weird. Which actually I got that in the text message too, because this is not the first time he done threatened me. And like I said, he literally threatened me over a female, you know? So I got in the text message or whatever, and I was like, damn, bro, that's kind of messed up with you being, a convicted felon, saying those type of things, and I'm not even trying to be on that level. I'm just trying to have a simple conversation with you. So then he was like, come and meet me at the I Spy place, which is where he owns, and then over there at our business. I said, okay, bet, I will come over there. I get ready to get out of the truck. As you see, my truck was on a 45 angle. As I get out of the truck, he jumps out and immediately approaches me or whatever, and I started running his mouth, and I'm like, bro, I'm not even trying to hear that. Now, he don't know that I got my buddy, one of my owners, on the phone. Just because I already knew for a witness. I said, John, please stay on the phone, but I put John on the mute so that he couldn't hear if John were to say something. So John was on the phone, and the phone was in the seat the entire time. And I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to get answers on why you speaking about this and that. Now, if you don't mind me standing up, shut up. Okay, that's what I want to say. So I'm standing like this, facing him. You know what I'm saying? He says, he's like, I'll punch you. And goes and rears up. You know what I'm saying? Now I grab him, I get a hold of his necklace and all this whole nine or whatever. Now after that, I black out. I don't know really too much what happened after that because he goes and says, oh, I'll get something for you. So I see Buddy literally reaching into his car, reaching on the back of it or whatever. Now he coming back at me again or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Now he goes to start swinging or whatever. Now with this situation, okay, now he goes to start swinging. I was just going to show what I was doing when I back up. But he goes to swing, boom, boom, boom. I'm backing up. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, fire upon his ass or whatever. But the thing is, when he's sitting there doing that, he's still trying to steadily attack. And I'm just like, bro, like, stop, or whatever, like, just stop, or whatever. There's no reason for this, you know what I'm saying? And that's when the shots end up happening, from there. And then I saw one of the clients, which is the guy that was in the blue shirt, because he was going to get a haircut from Chris. He comes up and was telling me, oh, man, like, just chill out, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, man. And I'm like, my firearm goes to jam. You know what I'm saying? My prior service, my firearm goes to jam. First thing I go to do is just go right back into training and to clear it so that way I can be able to defeat the threat or whatever. And I'm literally sitting there doing that. I fire off one last shot. It jams again, leave it alone there. He's still sitting there. The dude's still kind of mad at me and agitated, but he don't even know what's led up to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's mad. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to show you and tell you, I've been threatening this whole time or whatever, saying that I'm going to get shot at. And if someone goes and reaches into their vehicle to go and act upon it, or I don't know what you got. Now, I smoke with him every day. See, this is another thing a lot of people don't know. Every morning, me and him sit with each other and smoke. You know what I'm saying? He's a 50 fellow. And I don't know what type of guy, because like I said, he said he wanted to fire upon me, and then also I got the text messages where they were saying they wanted to shoot up my house. But I don't know if you got a knife, a gun, or whatever the case is in your. I do know that you do have knives, and I do know that you do have guns, but I didn't know. So like I said, you reaching in there to go grab something, I don't know what you got going on. And like I literally tried to divert the whole time. I'm sitting there saying, bruh, I am trying to talk and have a conversation with you man to man. That's why I've sent it in the text message to tell you this. But immediately, go call these. That's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So I stood my ground.
So, what time did you see him at Starbucks?
My math is right, because I texted my daughter Aubrey and I said, get ready. And I was on the phone. Yeah, so I was on the phone, so that was a little minute. I probably say around about 9, because my barbershop was open. My barbershop opened at 9 o'clock and Nick was there, and they always there first. So Chris was sitting outside about 9 o'clock, between 9 o'clock and 9:15.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And was he like in the line at Starbucks or?
No, sir. He jumped out on me or whatever. Like as I'm going into the Starbucks, that first apron, on 44.
You coming off of 44 at Starbucks? Okay.
Yes, sir. That's when I'm coming into there. He can't put his windows down on his truck, so he just opened it. Immediately, I was nervous anyway because it's all blacked out. You know what I'm saying? And you literally just pulling up like that. And if you look at the camera on Starbucks, you can see clear as day I stuck purposely so that way he didn't feel threatened in any way, shape, or form. I literally took both my hands like this and put it right outside the door and said, man, I'm just trying to have a conversation with you.
And that was, so if I pull into the building of Starbucks coming off of 44 this way.
Where Don Poss is at.
Between Starbucks and Don Poss?
Yes,
okay.
that apron there.
Were you guys parked there?
Yes, right there, that one there. So he was coming out, like his vehicle, whenever he was leaving out, and I was going in, because like I said, I cut through Starbucks to make that right, because I live behind Whispering Pines. Okay. You know what I mean? Right there. And literally right there, then he was just like, man, let's chit chat, talk about it. I said, okay, bet. I'll go back over there to go have a simple conversation, and now I'm sitting over here, like I said, being threatened in the whole nine, feeling as if you really finna hurt me. Because like I said, this is multiple times that this has happened, or whatever, to the fact that instead of having a conversation, you always bring it up that you're gonna harm me and shoot me or do anything of that nature,
And did he say he was gonna do something to you while you were there at Starbucks?
Oh yeah, no, not at Starbucks, no,
okay.
Not at Starbucks.
So, what happened after he left Starbucks?
I just turned around and then I followed him like he told me to. But then we were supposed to go straight, but there was a truck unloading vehicles from in front of Dodge Plaza or whatever. So I went around, like that. So when he came through the property line, he passed my barbershop, and I came around, I don't know what the other interest would be, but basically by the mailbox. Right. You know what I'm saying, like that. And then that's why I started to park there at 45. Because I wasn't going to be there long. I didn't want to have the conversation and just leave. Right. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I'm trying to run up there and trying to harm you or nothing. I just, quick conversation, boom, 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 and get out of there. Because we can't park in the front anyway because of the businesses. Right. You can't block them so that other businesses have opportunity to be able to get money too. Okay. Yeah.
So he goes in and parks in front of his shop?
Yeah, he backs in and parks right in front of, well, technically there's tattoo shop.
Okay, and then I saw where your truck was parked.
Yeah.
You got the silver Dodge.
Silver Dodge Ram, yes.
Okay. So, was he getting out of his truck? Was he out of his truck when you pulled in?
Yeah, he was getting out of his truck. I don't know, if I opened my door first or whatever to be exact, but I know that he, like I said, he came up to me. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, because it was just mad aggressive right off rip.
When he came at you, you were already out of your truck.
Yeah, I don't know if I was out of the truck halfway or just in all the way. I know that he came up to me. The door was open though. My door was open. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. Because I ain't even gonna lie to you. I think when I'm looking at him in the eye, like how I'm looking at you, I did look at him and see he looked down. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been in my truck plenty of times. I keep my firearm literally on the door wall. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up looking down, and then that's there where he was just like, oh, I do that. I'm like, bro, this is just because you see it, it was in the holster and everything, on safety and the whole nine. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of gun do you?
I carry a Millennium G2 Taurus. Yeah, Millennium G2 Taurus or whatever, you know.
And you keep it in a holster?
It was in a holster. I got a Blade Tech holster, you know what I'm saying? You know, the one that you ain't got to worry about the screws or whatever, the tensioning and nothing of that nature at all. And like I said, literally was on the door, you know, right then and there. But once that situation got abrupt or whatever like that, that's when I was having me out here looking crazy.
So he looks down, he knows you got your gun in the door. You didn't have your gun at that point?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
So what happens now?
Now after that situation ended up happening, like I said, I pretty much like, you know what I'm saying, I kind of like went black because she started yelling or whatever. But what I'm thinking was, what it is that I'm sitting in the thing and he's like, oh, I got something for you. That's what it was. I got something for you or whatever. And I was just like, oh, really? Automatically, let me just go put it right here on my waistline. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I went and did, because I have every right to do so. I put mine on my waistline, which he didn't see though. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't like I'm like, okay, I got my, you know. So then I put it there, and that's when I had to draw, because he went to go start reaching or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my goodness. And we ended up getting in a tussle. Well, I'm sorry, we ended up getting in a tussle. That's what it was. I'm sorry. So he went to go and do the reaching. He started swinging on me or whatever, and then that's when, you know, he got fired for it.
Did you grab him out of the truck when he was reaching?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir. I never even walked into his truck or whatever, like, any way, shape, or form, you know what I'm saying? I know casual doctor, I'm not finna do, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna ever.
So, where were you guys at based on where your trucks are parked?
In the middle of them.
You're in between the two trucks?
Yeah, in between the two trucks right there.
Okay. And that's where you guys started tussling? You're both grabbing on each other?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you throwing punches back and forth?
Yeah, I actually grabbed him behind the truck, which I don't even know how the hell we get behind the white of his truck.
Behind his truck?
Yeah, because if you look at the scene, his mom's necklace is laid behind there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right in that area or whatever, right then and there. And then, oh, that's why, because we started back there. Then he started to swing. You're not going to swing on me. I try to get in the open area because my back was up against something. Right. And then that's when we came out to that area right there. And I literally, I'm with the left hand trying to control him, you know what I'm saying, the best I can or whatever. But he just swinging away. And I'm just like, damn, man. And I felt something cut me, but I didn't know what it was. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I got hit right there. And I was just like, and then that's what all said and wrote. Okay. And these are brand new Crocs too. Like, I literally was in a tussle with this dude. Look, I got a hole on the side, like I'm homeless.
So
you know what I'm saying?
While you guys were you punching back on him?
I did not be able to swing because I had at the time I had the cell phone in my left hand when I was on the phone with John.
So you came out with John on the phone?
Yeah, I was already, yeah, correct. I was already
still trying to hold on to your phone?
Yeah.
Fend him off. You guys get out to the parking lot. You left-handed or right-handed?
I am right-handed.
Right-handed. Okay. So then you took a shot?
Correct.
Okay. Right-handed shooter, I'm taking.
Yeah, right-handed shooter.
Got John on.
Because it was a close quarter shot. I stood up. I'm standing up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? In the situation, he's right here and he just steadily swinging. So I drew my weapon up here, brought it out, and just two shots. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the jam. I went to go and figure it out what was going on or whatever. But he steadily sitting there, literally while he on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what you have on you.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know if you have a firearm in any way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? All I do is see is this black cell phone here laying there, and I'm just like, damn, man. And that was all she wrote.
Gun jams.
I cleared back. Yeah, got it back to work again. I fire another shot or whatever. And he may not know what he's doing. I let EMS handle the situation. But then when I went to go touch him on his shoulder during the situation, he's like, get to me. But like I told the Leo that was here earlier, and I noticed as soon as the situation happened, Trask's family member came up there and they immediately went to go talk to him. Now I thought back or whatever as me being a barber and seeing he's family with them. You see what I'm saying? So like, I don't know how he's related or where he's at with that part, but it's just like I said, he's family with them because as soon as those two females came there, instead of seeing about my aid, they ran right over to him, directly to him. And I know.
Was that the guy, I think he was wearing black shorts?
Blue, no, he had blue, no. The guy that called in with the all blue on, and the blue hat, the white guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy, they ran directly to him because he went and called everybody and told them, hey, Skinny shot Trask or Saddle. You see what I'm saying? That's why they was able to get to the scene, and that's why I told him that. That's why I was trying to tell the guy, I was like, man, please, Pete, get me in this car, because I don't know what them guys are gonna do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
so that was when he was still walking back over to where Trask was.
mm-hmm.
You told him to step back.
Yeah. Yes, and I was just trying to tell them or whatever, like, hey, someone got shot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the guy.
correct as well. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to figure out. And they were trying to tell him like, oh, could he be, you know, like, could you do any, you know, chest with this and this, this and the other? And I'm trying to tell him like, don't do that. Don't roll him over. But like I said, with that situation, he was pissed. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That I shot one of the family members or whatever out of self-defense. And he just like, get them. I said, bro, I'm gonna walk away.
How is he related to Trask?
That I have no idea because they got mixed family, you know, black and white, everybody, you know, nowadays. But I have no idea, to be honest. It got to be down the family tree. But I do know that they are, just because of the simple fact of, you know, seeing the timeline and then not thinking back in the day whenever, like, he used to bring the boys in for a haircut. Mm-hmm. His sister is dating somebody from Crystal River that's black or whatever, you know, like I said, some Siobhan Ashanti guy or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce the guy's name per se. But.
Okay. You said, going back just a little bit, you said Trask was looking in his truck.
Yes.
Did he ever come out with anything?
That I wouldn't even let him come out with anything.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You didn't see him with a gun or a knife or a stick?
Sir. No, sir. The only thing I saw was just, like I said, he had something black in his hand, and then, like I said, once all the whole incident, everything, it dropped, and it was a cell phone that slid. You know what I'm saying, like that, and that was it. And then whenever the cell phone slid, I kind of like, you know, kicked it off to the side, away from where he was at. You know what I mean? Like that situation, and then that's when I cleared over and put the mag. I don't know if I left it on the floorboard or the seat. You know what I mean?
So you cleared your.
Yeah, I took everything out.
You cleared it up, set it down on the ground?
Yes, sir.
Set the mag off to the side?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Like I said, that wasn't my intention in any way, shape, or form or whatever. It's literally, you know, me defending myself or whatever with a situation. I wasn't leaving from Starbucks to be like, yeah, I'm gonna get buddy. No, sir. Mm-hmm. None of that in any way, shape, or form. Okay. It's just simply just to have a conversation and find out what was going on prior a couple of days ago. You know what I'm saying? And why my name is being brought up to something, because I've been trying to get to be real with you, I've been trying to get with this girl for a long, long time, you know.
And how's this girl related to?
The girl is actually, which y'all probably know, is Jakey, her baby daddy, you know. And I'm thinking low key that he may have been the one that sent the text message either way, but the thing is he didn't know. He was never home. Like, I could even show him on camera. He was never home to see that she came to my house. The only person that knew that she came to my house was Trask. Okay. You see what I'm saying? And then they got brought, and then the guy gets home at 12 o'clock at night. This girl been gone for at least 6 hours. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Soon as the little girl goes into the house and falls asleep, and I text her and let her know that the little girl fell asleep, that's when him and Trask had been talking and conversating about her being, the baby mama being at the house, and it became an issue, you know. So then, that's when I got that text message or whatever that stated the wrong one, because there's no other guy that would send that message. Either the baby mama, that's the only person, is just the baby daddy. That's it. Literally would be the only one to send that text message. You know, Trask wouldn't send that text message, but Trask would give him that information to say that. You know, just like he gave her, and I can show him the text message, the information, because I'm telling you, every morning we sit there and smoke. I literally sat here and said, man, you know, I want a girl or whatever, you know, but her rain camera, I tried to park off to the side so her rain camera wouldn't catch me, you know what I mean? Because girls will do that. They got this little app out like these guys or whatever, you know, and it is what it is. And I didn't care nothing about it. But I also had a girlfriend at the time that I was getting ready to break up with, and I didn't want the shit out there, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, bro, like, you know, you went and sat here and, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, when it broke code, they told everybody on the street.
Who is John?
John is,
you know his last name?
Estevez.
Estevez?
Yeah, Estevez. He is Mickey Dixon's brother-in-law. He's one of my co-owners.
Okay. And he was on the phone. Was he at work?
No, he wasn't at work. He was at the house.
He was at the house?
Yeah, he was at the house.
Um,
And I was calling him about that information about the weekend thing or whatever. I was calling him about that.
So, all the texts that you've been talking about are in your phone right now?
Yes, sir.
Would you consent to let us download those?
Hell yeah.
Okay. What's the passcode for your phone?
2048.
So, we brought your phone over here.
That's fine.
They can do it in an office right here. If I get you a consent form, would you consent to us downloading your phone?
Yeah. I mean, just don't look at the videos. You know what I'm saying? But other, I ain't like.
I'm looking
for real though.
This information that you're telling us.
Yeah, because I saved it, and I even screenshotted it and sent it to that girl. The girl don't got nothing to do with it. We just trying to be in a relationship together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
like somebody else I gotta talk to, like John we gotta talk to, now I gotta go to Starbucks and talk to them so I could make sure we're looking at all the same stuff. And you tell me all this information's in your phone. If you consent to let me do that, we can get that taken care of while you're still sitting here, and that way if you decide that, hey, I don't want to do that no more.
No. I want y'all to see that because, like I said, I'm still nervous. That's the reason why I made sure that my daughters got out of that house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, after this situation, because it was so fast and weird how Trask people were the only ones to find out that situation happened. You see what I'm saying? That's why I was worried. I was just like, oh no, please just get my daughters out of that house.
Okay. Sit tight. Let me get a form real quick.
Okay.
And I'll be right back.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah,
You good?
He's got more information. We were all over the place this morning, and so I was working on a person, and they called and asked for some help. So
Yeah, I know. I heard over the thing, but
I'm kind of not clear. I'm more clear now what happened, but
yes.
The only question I had was in between the shots. So you said he went digging in his truck, right? And then that's when you put your gun in your waistband.
Yeah, when he went in the first door, when he went back to his thing, because he came up to me, you know what I'm saying, and said, I'll punch you in your, then he went back to his truck. You know what I'm saying? So.
And when he came up to you, he said he punched you in your face. Did he say anything else?
No, he's like, I'll punch you, whatever, you try me like that. And I'm like, I didn't try you. That's exactly what I just said. Like, literally, I'm just like, I did not try you nonchalantly. But, like I said, prior service, paying attention to my surroundings, you went and turned your back on me. So I don't know if you went and just scooped something in there or whatever the case is, and then he kept trying to scurry around the back of the truck or whatever, like the side of it, so that way I couldn't see. And I'm like, So then we end up getting into it, like he approaches me and we get into the fight. And like I said, we so close that I don't know what the hell's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't know what's going on at all, but besides the swinging part, you know what I mean? Because I'm trying to keep the distance, but I'm also trying to see what the hell he's trying to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, in that situation. And then that's whenever he went to go swing, I'm like, oh, hell no. Because I saw him I literally looked to see him, like, oh, he looked like he's gonna reach it. And I'm like, I can't sit
So
there.
did you have a hold of him when you fired the first one?
Yes. The first two shots, I had a hold of him.
With your left hand?
With my left hand.
Like his shirt?
Yeah, the shirt.
Okay.
Because he's wearing two shirts. He always wears a white shirt in the back, and then he had his brand shirt of the business in the front. Or whatever at that time.
And then, so the first two you had a hold of him. Gun in the right hand?
Yes.
Pulled from the waistband?
Correct.
Bang, bang?
Correct.
Quick?
Correct. Whenever I was in the service, they tried to call a control pierce, so I just did 2 shots, and then I tried to see what happened after that.
How close? I mean, was it like full arm's length? Was it close up on him?
It was close up on him. Yeah, it was close shots or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I felt threatened. That dude sitting there swinging on me like that, I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was too close or whatever, because any situation, you and I both know, if he did have a knife or a weapon on him, it could have been me. You know what I'm saying? If he didn't have the proper training or whatever at all. But
this is a classic manifestation of confirmation bias. He is constructing a narrative where every action Johnson took was inherently dangerous, even though Johnson never brandished a weapon. Ross needs to believe he was seconds from being harmed to justify his lethal response, and he retroactively interprets Johnson's movements through that fearful lens.
I'm prior service, so I just knew what to do and what to expect and what to do to protect myself. And I wasn't finna sit there and just let, that type of thing happen where he pulls out a knife or then a gun and now you slinging it and I'm messed up,
Right. And so you fire the 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
What happens? Does he go down immediately?
He went down not immediately. He held his chest for a second and he gets ready to come back at me towards again or whatever, like I said, literally coming back towards me again. He falls down to the ground, boom. Now he's down onto the ground and he's like trying to get up and he's like, I'm gonna kill you. And I'm just like, man, and I'm just like, that's and I went and let my round go. But it wasn't like I want you to notice, it ain't like shoot, let's wait, and then shot again. You know what I'm saying? It was
That's what I'm getting at.
That's what I'm trying to say. I shot, cleared quick, you know what I'm saying? Protocol bump, cleared, and then I shot, and then that's when it jammed again. And I was like, and that's when I dropped the mag, and then I went ahead and dumped, charged it back, cleared it, made sure there was nothing in there at all, and then that was it. And then I saw the dude walking around, and I told him to stay away, which is the guy in the blue shirt. Okay. That's the reason why we more or less started talking, because he was trying to walk around the whole scene thing. And I'm like, bro, just stay away. You know what I'm saying? Because I done already took my weapon apart, so I'm just like, just stay away. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want them to be like, oh, coming up there all guns blazing. Like, I was literally finna even lay on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so what I'm trying to understand is 2 shots, he went down, you said your gun jammed?
Yes.
And you had to fix the jam.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got the jam fixed.
Yeah.
And fired.
Correct.
1 more.
Yes.
How far was he when you fired that 3rd?
I was still in the same spot.
How far was he from you?
About, I don't know, probably from about me to you. I would probably say give or take or whatever right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Give or take.
And how long did it take you to fix your jam?
No, it didn't take that long.
Quick?
Yeah.
From training?
Yeah, it's quick from training.
Did the stovepipe on you? What happened?
No, it did stovepipe, but I think what happened is since I was telling the guy, I don't know how many years I've had that firearm for, so depending on what magazine that I grabbed that morning to throw in there, you know what I'm saying, it could have been like the rounds may have not been flushed up against the back to smoothly go through. And it's a Taurus, so it wasn't feeding that the best or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know when the last time I ordered a bad boy. Like I said, man, I never really thought that I would ever have to use a firearm here, you know what I'm saying, on U.S. soil, but at the same token, it did happen, you know what I'm saying, and it sucked or whatever, because God forbid if he did have one, I would have been messed up as well too, because mine jammed after 2 shots, you know what I'm saying, and then I'm just like, I was screwed after that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the only thing. But like I said, I try to clear it as fast as possible, and just like I said, I'm literally just neutralizing the threat or whatever. You still steadily telling me that you're gonna sit here and kill me or whatever, and that was it. Mm-hmm. And after I took that shot, I wasn't gonna sit there and go clear it again and then keep shooting until all of the rounds were gone. That's it.
Yeah.
And I literally cleared it and put it up.
And so, prior to this, you had a pretty cordial relationship with him, right? Like
every day, man.
You guys hung out.
Bro, every day we would go to the flowery. That's why I never understood it. I can show it in the messages, bro. I don't think the messages would say where I said that, hey, we've been friends for so long, but it may have. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, bro, we smoked every single day together, bro. We rode the 4-wheelers together with each other. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And for you to sit back here and just, all I wanted to know was whether or not if you told the new girl that I'm trying to get with that I slept with Brittany. That was it. Even if you just said, yo, I wasn't going to fight you because of that. I just wanted to know. You know what I'm saying? Because word is going around saying that you said this and you said that, and I'm just like, bro, I just wanted to know. Simple. But when you immediately getting all agitated, and I was just like, in the back of my mind, man, I'm like, it's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
So do you think he was trying to get with that girl?
No. He has a whole family or whatever. Okay. He was just giving the information to that dude that sent that message saying that he was going to shoot my house up.
And do you think he's like good friends with that guy?
Oh no, they real good friends. I'm keeping it real with you, and everybody know it. The dude's a well-known drug dealer.
You didn't, when you were telling Traske you were trying to get with her, you didn't know that he was good friends.
Correct, like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then he went back And that's why I said I put 2 and 2 together, because I'm like, the only person I talked to about this girl, and I'm excited, you know, I want to like, damn, bro, like, look, you know what I'm saying? She just sent me a bathing suit photo, like, and then I'm sitting there, and he was happy, he was, but I guess that was a cover up. And so,
What's the new girl's name?
her name is Amanda Nelson, but like I said, she ain't got nothing to do with it. She just, you know what I'm saying, chick I'm trying to get with.
No, and it's, I'm not trying to drag more people into it. We verify your story, make everything makes sense. And where does she live? Close to you?
Citrus Hills.
Okay.
She lives far, but what she did was she just, you know, was she in the midst of going to RN, because I think she works in Leesburg, so she passed through. She passes through Citrus County. So like, when we first started talking, we would meet each other up in the morning. I go get coffee at Papa J's every morning, you know what I'm saying? Because I be trying to go in there and shake hands with those people. And then this time she had to go work later on in the night shift because she picked up an extra shift for bills, you know what I'm saying? So that was the only reason why she came to my house. But when she walked across the street to the guy's house to where she dropped off the little girl, he was still sitting outside seeing everything. Like, you know, I'm looking through the window. I can go outside. I ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, damn, man, she coming over here. I don't want my neighbors to be like, damn, it's another female like within a week. That's the real reason why I didn't walk outside. So I let her come inside, you know, and then they were like, that's when, I'm telling you, man, like I said, it was just a crazy timeline. As soon as I seen him come home at 12:30, which is the baby daddy, then right after that, they talked. You know, there's no way that Trask would never talk, because I didn't go over there and tell you that she was here. You see what I'm saying? And he didn't even know that little girl was even staying in the house.
So how long ago was that?
That was probably what, Sunday? Probably like Sunday or something.
And she came to your house?
Yeah, she came to my house. She parked in my driveway and just walked across the street to go drop a little girl off though.
So she knows somebody across the street?
Yeah, that's her baby daddy.
Okay.
The baby daddy is the one that's across the street. Like I said, and that's why he said what he said when he was like, you know, mines or whatever, and then he went and said to her, or said to me, we can go thought for thought, meaning like he wanted recent X, which I don't care, you know, and or you can get your house sprayed. And then that's when I was wondering back, who is this? And I said, like, you know, why are we talking about shooting up a house knowing that my children live in here?
He admits he was so nervous that he moved his truck in front of his bedroom window and installed a spotlight for protection. This is a rare moment of genuine vulnerability. Unlike his detached combat posture, here he reveals his primary motivator: fear for his children. Psychologically, this is the emotional core of his self-defense claim, but it also exposes his paranoia and premeditated defensive mindset.
You know what I'm saying? And over a female. And I clear as they put on there, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be at alert at all times now. You know what I'm saying? You literally sit there and say that you're going to hurt me, then I'm going to be at alert. But I was going to go and talk to the guy across the street the next day. But he wakes up so early because he got the International Egg Roll place that's over there posted up in Holder. He leaves to go pick up his trailer and the whole nine, so I didn't get a chance to talk to him face to face. But I do, in my heart, feel as if you're the only one that would have sent that message. There's no other person.
I'm following.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's not. Do you got Traske's number in your phone?
I got Traske's number in my phone, too.
That wasn't Traske that sent that message?
No, sir. It was from a totally different number, and we actually tried to call it, and then we Googled the number, and it came back to a black chick in, like, Miami or whatever. So they may have to use one of them, like, talk apps or whatever you want to check that thing.
Hey, what kind of phone you got?
iPhone 12.
I'm squinting. Alright, take a slide over a seat real quick. Let me sit next to you and we'll go through your phone real quick. Alright, what it says is Dwann D. Ross hereby authorized to give permission to me, Detective Slingerland, identify himself as a law enforcement officer with the necessary assistance of a computer forensic examiner to make a full and complete search of your cell phone, computer. It's not. We're just doing the cell phone. Okay. Related materials located here, sheriff's office. That's our address. Related to this case number for our investigation. All right. You have been advised by the above law enforcement officer. Law enforcement officers are engaged in investigation concerning alleged violation of federal and or state laws. I do further authorize and give permission to take away. I'm not taking anything from your residence, your computers. I'm not taking any of that. Anything of value or relevance in this investigation. Understanding items taken, I'm not taking any of the items, just looking at the data that's on your phone right now. Okay? iPhone 12. I'm going to go in here and look at your serial number. All right.
Okay, that's fine.
Above, law enforcement officer has fully and fairly advised you of your rights as follows. That you have the right to refuse consent to the search of this property. You have the right to consult with an attorney or any other person of your choice prior to giving this consent and permission to search the above iPhone. That any of the computer peripherals related to media found by said officers in the course of their search can be used against you or others in court of law. Again, we're not doing computers, just your cell phone. I fully understand and appreciate these rights and wish to be specifically understood that I am hereby giving consent and permission to conduct the search of the cellular telephone, not the other items, solely because of my desire to freely and voluntarily cooperate with this investigation. I have not been promised or persuaded in any way, nor has any inducement of any kind been held out to me in return for this consent and permission to search. You understand all that?
Yeah.
We'll just sign right there for me.
My handwriting's not the best. I just cut hair.
How long you been cutting hair?
At least 23 years. Yeah, 23 years to be exact. I'm 35, so I picked him up at a young age.
Show the time on there. All right. So are these regular text messages?
Yes, sir. You can hit right there.
In your messaging app.
Now, slide up. You're gonna go to, that's Savo, so that's one right there. But I want you to see the one where it shows the buddy was sitting there. Okay, here we go right there. The 5-1.
The 5-6.
561, yes, sir.
Alright. You playing a game of mine. We can go
Yeah,
dot. You can get your house straight. You don't know who that number is?
No, sir. Like I said, I was literally sleepy. You see the timeline. I was knocked out, and then I went to go to the bathroom at 3 o'clock, only just because my neighbors had made a little bit of noise, and then I'm like,
Right.
who the hell is this?
Okay. So that was, let me see, that was this one right here?
Yes, sir. And then Savo's is up.
Now, who's Savo?
Savo is his street name is Savo, but his name is Traske.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is Trask.
Yes.
All right, you mind if I scroll back through?
Yeah, you good. You're perfectly fine. That's. I don't know if that was. See right here. This is where I was gonna get ready to start texting him and say, my fault for stepping up and feeding your niece. When your brother did not have food in his house at all, and letting my daughters walk down the road to play with her, she didn't even have anywhere to play with. The little girl did not actually be brought into this world, and I was going to continue to put on there to say, I'm just, helping. That was literally it, you know what I mean? But this is where it was at this morning right here. You go up, going up.
Was this before you saw him at?
Yes, this is before I saw him at Starbucks.
Okay.
I just wanted, you know what I'm saying? Because I thought that's what he may have been bothered by, because, his niece was at my house. That's why I figured that would have been the thing that put him over the top. But if you keep going up, that's my text message in the blue. So they're from today.
So this is from today. When is this from?
That's not from today. That's from. No, you keep going.
Friday? Okay.
Yeah, you want to go to today.
No problem I see these are Friday messages. No problem.
No. Honestly, you can look at it. It's funny because he thought that the police was watching him. You know what I'm saying? He don't do it.
I'm getting some.
Uh-oh. Keep going up.
Give me some seconds. Food. That's you. Call me real quick. Okay.
And then I said I think so because because he called Nick, and personally I don't care whether or not you getting watched by the police.
Right. Okay, so this is 9 o'clock, 9:09.
There you go. Now we was on the phone chit-chatting beforehand, way
so this is after you guys are talking.
No, this morning, this is on my way back from dropping off Liam. See, it's 9:09. right here. I'm on my way back from dropping off Liam when I received a text message from the girl Amanda, you know, and I was like, well, damn, let me just go and call Buddy really quick, you know, to see what's going on. And then I'm on the phone talking to him. I said, hey, man, you know, I've been with you, friends with you for a long time. I just want to know what's going on, you know, blah, blah, blah. Man, blah, 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 hung up the phone. I'm like, that's kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? And that's where he texted, was just like, you know, saying that he don't play whole games. And I just responded back and told him, I just said that I'm not trying to do this. I really honestly not. It's just a simple question.
So you said you're on your way to your shop right now because this is ridiculous. So you're on your way to go.
No, I'm on my way to go home.
Okay.
And then that's when I end up just like coming through the thing and I saw him. Like I'm literally on my way home. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That was just it. Sometimes I drive by and check on my barbershop, but at that time I didn't have time to do that.
You bring back Nick?
Yeah.
You all done?
Yeah. So. So you were going. This morning. You were heading home from Ocala.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see Trask at Starbucks.
Not see him, I ain't see him, and then like right there, let me pull in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just on my way home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just it. So he was coming out of Starbucks, you know, so he may have went in and got a drink, because from the angle of where he came from, it didn't look like he came through the drive-through line.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
But either way, so
Yeah.
you're on.
Well, I just wanted to be known that I did not go, like, I didn't like see him over there and be like, oh, I'm gonna go and try to conversate with him. Literally just driving down the road, I make my turn into Starbucks or whatever right there, and that's my shortcut way to go to take the back road. You know what I'm
Okay, so
saying?
you're just cutting through Starbucks.
That's it,
You didn't
literally.
see, you just.
Yeah, I wasn't looking
doing
for
that.
him.
He just happened to be there.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, our business is right there. Like literally, his business is here, my business is here, and both our apartments on the same. Like literally, right behind there, our apartments are behind the
Yeah,
the business.
There's two stores.
Because the Colonial Plaza. Yeah, Colonial Plaza.
Yeah,
I said Colonial Plaza. Yeah, the Colonial Plaza is right, like literally right behind it. That's where we stay.
Backs up to Silverwood.
Yeah, that's where I stay out on Silverwood. Yep.
So you're using Starbucks as a cut through, so you ain't got to go all the way down around Racetrack and back up.
Or even to the light and just sit there at the light and make a left. You know what I mean?
Which way were you coming from? Were you coming
from off of Independence.
Off of Independence?
Yeah, coming off Independence
Okay.
or whatever and made that left.
And so you were going home.
Mm-hmm.
So you go past Colonnade, go past Racetrack,
Mm-hmm.
go to cut through Starbucks,
Correct.
which comes back out to Colonnade.
Correct.
Okay, and then you turn down and go.
And I'll
to
turn
Silverwood.
right and then make that next right.
Is that a stop sign right there on
Yeah, it's a stop
Colonnade?
right,
By
yeah.
the new apartments?
Correct.
Okay.
Because that's where everybody got to stand out there. I see people standing out there all day smoking because they can't smoke.
They can't smoke in their apartments.
Correct.
Okay. So you turn, you cut through. As you're cutting through, Trask just happens to be pulling out.
But he was in, like, before I even made it to that second colony, like I said, as soon as I turned left and I come into the apron, so I mean, like I said, I literally got half of my truck ass in on the concrete pad of the apron and the rest of it on the asphalt, like that type of deal. So it was literally right at the entrance.
Okay,
so whatever, you know. But then he jumped out mad aggressive, you know, or whatever. I'm like, damn, man.
At Starbucks.
Yeah.
He jumped out at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Now, you guys had already had the phone conversation
Correct.
trying to resolve it.
Yes. Well, I tried. I just tried to call him in, and
He
hung
started
up.
calling out, or he hung up on you?
Yeah, he said some choice words, and then he hung up. I thought I lost service because I'm coming back from 200, but then when I went to go call again, he didn't answer.
Okay.
So then that's when I put two and two
after
together that he was mad.
Okay, you driving and texting. Huh?
No, I swear to God, I swear to God. I wasn't.
The text messages that we just looked at
Yes.
were after that conversation.
Yes.
But before you see him at Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So then you pull in, he jumped out of his truck
Mm-hmm.
at Starbucks.
Correct.
You guys had another, hey, What was he saying?
He was saying that he just like, man, specifically that you're paying like these hoes out here, go and call them, tell them exactly what I said. I'm like, I don't need to know what exactly was said. I know what was said,
right,
or whatever. You literally were the only one that was around me when I was happy that I said what I said about messing with that girl and then also getting the new girl.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You're the only one. Because I tell you, we literally sitting there, man, we're in there smoking for, we call it a safety meeting, for a whole hour. And we're just rambling.
Okay.
Just chit-chatting. You know, he telling me his problems about life. I'm telling him my financial problems about life.
So now, did he say anything that he was gonna beat your ass up the shop?
Oh yeah,
He the house, right?
No,
he's saying that right.
Not when we was at the Starbucks or whatever.
Okay.
He was just like that. He just said, man, come over and have a conversation with me or whatever. And I said, okay then. So I literally backed up, went to the thing. Like I said, as soon as I pull out to the suicide lane, there's a 18-wheeler taking off them trucks or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
So he pulls out.
Yeah, he goes in front of him though.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't know why he did that one though.
Right.
Because he's facing the semi and he goes all the way from the semi onto the left lane, 44, drives up towards the traffic, and then turns in. I'm like, oh hell no, I'm not doing that. That's why I went all the way around the semi and came in, because you know anybody can hit you. It's a hill. It's kind of like a hill right there.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I don't like.
So when you come out of Starbucks, exactly. I was about to say, you come out of Starbucks, if you don't look 3 times, maybe you might get hit because people flying coming over that hill. That's common sense.
So then, yeah, he pulls in, backs in front of his shop. So why did you come in at a 45?
I was just gonna just have a conversation and leave. I had to get Aubrey, like I said before, I texted my daughter to get ready for school because today I half a day or whatever. She wanted to go specifically today so she could know what her friends were wearing afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
And Aubrey was still at the house.
And Aubrey and Emmy are still at the house.
Okay.
I got a high schooler and then I got a kid that's getting ready to go into middle school.
Okay, so you still have 2 kids at the house.
Correct.
Okay.
And that's why I park like that, because look the way I'm dressed. I mean, it's 9 o'clock or whatever. I wasn't going to go to work like this.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I always wear like, you know, uniform-wise, dress up or whatever, you know, looking presentable, especially if I'm not cutting grass. But I would never go to work dressed like this.
Okay.
You know?
So, you just want to have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Finish what the conversation was.
And I wasn't even wanting to have a conversation. He actually told me to come back to have a
come back
conversation.
over here.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I literally could have cut through, go drop her off because I needed to get to work. You know what I'm saying? Like on my app or whatever on my phone, you know, I got a Busky app, so people can book an appointment whenever they want to between those hours. So I literally was like, damn man, I might only got like 30 minutes to get here, to get Aubrey, you know, do what I need to do. That's why I said I'm gonna go up there and talk to bruh, and I won't even tell him clear as day. Bruh, let's like we're gonna have this conversation, you know what I'm saying? But let's run out here to the flowery real quick. You know what I'm saying? Go get some new gonna smoke and figure out what's going on and then go about our merry way. Because like I told you, this is not the first time that a situation happened. I should have showed you actually that where he actually threatened me on his part a few months back about a situation. I still got that too on there. Where he told me, he said, you better make sure you keep that little PP shooter with you. And I'm like, why would you even bring that up? Why would you even say that?
But when you pull in, he jumped out, you got out, or at least opened your door, get out.
Correct.
He looks down, sees your gun in the door, you get out, you guys start grabbing on each other.
Yeah, correct. But he went to his vehicle first though.
Did he go get into the driver's door?
He opened the driver's door.
He opens
the
driver's door.
But he had his back turned to me, and like I was telling him, he had his back turned to me or whatever, and that's when I was just like, oh hell no, because I don't know what you're gonna have. You know what I'm saying? So I just like, because he could have the knife, the machete, any of that stuff. He goes fishing a lot too. Right. I do know that much.
So he opens his door, so you go back, get your gun.
Correct.
Put your gun in your waistband. He didn't come out of his truck with anything, but he closed his door?
No, he adjusted his shirt though. He did do adjustment of his shirt.
By his own account, the firearm was already within reach. Johnson was not the one who was armed.
Just like I didn't know, I like kind of did that number like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
So then you guys start pushing, shoving. You wind up pushing back behind his truck. And then still pushing.
Correct. And then we get out into the front.
Get out into the front.
And then that's when I had to do the close quarter shooting.
So you draw yours, you shoot them one time?
No, twice. 2 shots, boom, boom.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
The first one.
Yeah, shot right in the center. I saw exactly, correct. I saw exactly where every shot went.
And then he kind of like falls to a seated spot, kind of falls down on his butt.
I don't know. I just did you know what I'm saying, the 2 shots. You
did one and then you did another one.
Yeah. So I don't
you
know.
See the second.
No, I don't see, like, I didn't see the regular way every bullet went. When I walked up on him, yes, after that. Like, whenever I was telling him, I'm like, damn, he got hit center mass, one in the arm, one in the face, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I was just like, damn.
So your second one, then were you trying to shoot a third time? I
was trying to shoot till the threat was down.
Right.
Straight up. And like I said, and then I went and cleared it, you know, got it back where it needed to be, and then I went and shot again, and I heard it jam again. On the third shot.
Third shot, he was down on the ground already?
Yeah, and he was trying to get up, and that's when
he walked over, fired the third shot?
I didn't walk over, I was already there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And just popped him or whatever. Because I don't want it to be like that. I don't want it to be where I turned my back and I came back, the threat's already down type stuff. Like, I'm not that guy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's a situation where, like I said, I felt threatened, you know, buddy, I don't know what he has going on, you know. There's multiple times, like I said, I can show you to where he even sat there and did it. And even the time that he sent me the text message with that, I feel like I didn't text him because I didn't want to be in a rebuttal back and forth. I believe he texts me back and says, man, I'm so sorry. Right. The information that I got was wrong.
But you knew that first one was right.
Well, I didn't know the person there, but I was just there. You
saw it later on when he was down on the ground and he was hit right here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, boom, boom, shoot twice, jammed.
Correct.
You cleared it. Do you know what kind of a jam you had?
No, I guess I don't remember whatever.
Just a misfire?
It's just a stove, like he said. Just like he had mentioned or whatever, you know. And I just wanted to just see, because I didn't know if it was a mag, like with the ammo being like loose, bouncing around in the truck and it's not flush and it wasn't lined up correctly. Because there was some ammo, there was some rounds that I had full metal jackets and I had hollow. You know what I mean? So I don't know how it was if I had 2 hollow first and then 1, you know, full metal after that. Per se, I didn't really matter to me and my gun. It was just, you know, for defense or whatever. But that was basically it. Like I said, once I got that jam, then that's when I went and shot, and then it jammed again. I heard it jam again, and that's when I was like,
Did you have to clear it twice?
No, I cleared it once.
You cleared it once?
Yeah.
And then
that's when I shot. Correct.
Last shot?
Yes.
And then it jammed. You tried to shoot again, but it jammed again?
Yes, sir.
So then you had to clear it again?
Yeah.
And then, so what, he was down and that why you cleared your gun totally, or what?
Yeah, like what you just said, once you said that, once that jam hit, and I realized it was a jam, then I saw that, like, I was just like, okay, the threat is down, you know what I mean? Then that's when I went to go and clear my weapon. Just because of the simple fact that I saw him, the other guy in the blue shirt, on the phone. And I didn't want nobody coming up guns a-blazing. I wanted to let them know someone had got shot. I specifically, you know what to say. Right. So I was going to lay down on the ground, you know, till you guys got there.
Okay.
But then a Leo came up really quick. I already had the weapon ready, you know, already cleared up and safe, you know, for his safety too.
Right.
And pushed it away, you know what I'm saying? And I even stepped away. And then that's when he came up to me and I just put my hand behind my back.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, surrendered to him.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. You don't know what kind of ammo you kept in. You said you had a mix of
I had
rounds.
full metal jackets and then I had other ones or whatever, the hollow points, but you know, that would have been enough for a minute. Like I said, I never had to fire upon anybody.
You don't know what you had loaded?
No, sir.
Or whether it was a hollow point or a full metal jacket?
Correct.
Was the first round or?
No, sir, I don't know. Because I got 2 different mags. The other mag actually was in the truck, I think, on the floor or whatever, you know, at the time. You know, because normally what I normally do, I always, no matter what, that's why you keep it on the door. I keep a mag in my left pocket, you know what I mean? Even though it's still loose all around or whatever, it should actually be upright, but you don't never know what you have on you. And I always carry, no matter what, any situation or whatever. So I don't want to be like thinking like, oh, you know, he running back and going and trying to do some malicious. No, I always carry.
You got to conceal carry.
I have concealed carry as well too, but he knows. That's why I said he knows He specifically say, I know you keep that little PP shooter on you at all times. Because I keep it, and I know that buddy's a convicted felon, you know what I'm saying, but I keep it where he can't, you know, be around it. It ain't like I'm putting it on the floorboard or putting it up here while we smoking, you know what I mean? It's just on the side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like my dad's a convicted felon, you know? I'm not gonna not put my firearm up for my safety because of you know what I mean? Like, that's not gonna happen.
What's your address?
My address is 1816 Silverwood. And then, I don't think they got like Street East and all of that.
Right.
It's just
No, it's just
Silverwood.
Silverwood. And you got your 2 kids that live with you.
Yeah, my daughter live with me. My daughters live with me full time. I'm a full-time
You
father.
got 2 or 3?
3. I got 3 kids total.
Okay. Do you know where Trask stays?
Trask stays, when you walk out of my door,
Yeah.
he stays 4 houses to the right. Yeah, 4 houses to the right.
So if I walk out of your door, turn right,
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4 houses down.
Correct. And if not 5, just make sure. But I know it's there. It's just, yeah. I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, be like, you know, 4 and then be like, yeah, I counted 5. Like, no.
Who stays with Trask?
His girlfriend does.
Yeah.
And the 2 kids. Her name is Nicole. She's part owner of, her last name is Torres. She's part owner of the I Spy place too as well.
What is I Spy? What is
I Spy is a gadget place or whatever. Like they have cop stuff there too as well, or stuff that you can put like that clock right there, for instance, the 10 o'clock can be a camera.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
Do they got kids together?
They don't have no children together.
No children together. The niece, the little niece you were talking about, is that Nicole's?
That's his.
His niece.
Yes, this is.
She's just over visiting?
She was just over visiting. I heard about her the whole weekend. That's the reason why I opened my door the way that I did, because the girl that I wanted to get with, she'd just let me know stuff. Like, man, you know, either, like with Trash situation, Trash got 3 kids living down there in 1 room. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you got a 3-bedroom house. So she was talking about that as far as like, well, why you didn't spread the kids out.
Do the kids live with Trask?
They all live together. Yes, they all live together. That was the place is Nicole's place.
Okay.
Trask moved in, but since he was the man of the house, they'll let him have the house in a sense. You know what I mean?
So how many kids does he have living with him?
Who, Trask?
Yeah.
The 3 kids of Nicole's.
Oh, Nicole's got 3 kids.
Yeah, those are Nicole's 3 kids. Correct. Yes.
And then his niece just happened to be over there hanging out, or just
she came to hang out and visit, but she's been bouncing around between the girl Amanda's house, then over there to his brother, which is called Skeet, but his real name is Kendall.
Okay.
And then, you know, with Jakey as well too. But then, like I said, I literally heard them out there arguing or whatever, as far as like, oh, I can work, why don't you bring you over here? And I'm just like, man, you know what? I got daughters.
You know who the niece's mom is?
No, I don't know. I just know her name is Keela. That's all I know.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that just spelled like Kela. Yeah. Yeah, all I know is I know Buddy was upset this whole weekend though. You know, 'cause we sat down, we talked, like every day we talked or whatever, and he was mad because the baby daddy the real father claimed all of the kids for taxes.
Okay.
And he was hot, you know. I was just like, man, you gotta just do your proper work. You know, just that's all you gotta do. He's like, man, but we need it. I'm like, I get it, you may have needed the money, but just calm down and, you know, go up to Ocala and put in a report. Because if y'all have been taking care of these kids, which I know, you know, everybody else knows, y'all should be receiving that money. You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
Alright. Hey, let me step out for a few minutes.
That's fine. And one of y'all take me to the restroom though, I just gotta pee like literally like 2-second piss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I could just literally.
Sit tight, let me get you down there, take care of that real quick.
Okay.
Think anything?
What happened to your leg again? Can you tell me what happened to your leg again?
That I don't know. I don't even know, like, you know what I'm saying, during that dude didn't want to wipe it off of me. You know what I'm saying? But we was fighting. You know, I do know that. I mean, we was fighting.
Did
but
you fall in the concrete or?
No, I didn't lose no.
Scratched you or?
Yeah, he might have scratched me.
Did you guys hit the trucks?
But I didn't know, sir. I kept everything, you know, like nothing on my back. You know what I'm saying? I didn't touch the ground in any way, shape, or form. Like he just told me to just keep that on you, you know, so that way you can know that you showed him that you had fault.
Yeah.
That type of deal. It got a little bit of. It was more blood, but I didn't know that it was there when I went to go wash my hands. You know what I'm saying? That type of deal. But that's all. And he was just also telling, because my car, I didn't even show you the receipt, man. These are brand new. I'm not gonna see. I'm sitting there getting attacked. You know what I'm saying? And look at I'm trying to tell you. You can look at my truck right now. I got.
Think you can hold it about 10 minutes, and I'm gonna get her in here to come swab your hands real quick.
I mean, that's fine or whatever. I
and then we'll get you down there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll get you down there to pee, and then she can.
There you go. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. So you're gonna wash it.
Give me a few minutes.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm sorry about the stinking in here, man. It just.
No, you're good.
It's really hard, bro, being a single dad full time because like the scheduling is just so bad. I got a kid all the way in Ocala, which that was, you know, I can't say it was a mistake. It was a mistake with me and the mom. Of course, that was like a one night stand. But I got a kid in Ocala, then I got two daughters that go to two different schools. You know what I'm saying? And trying to have them get there in time, along with being able to get the time to work. And I'm just like, damn, I ain't got no time to shower. But I did. If I would have never asked you when to go have a conversation, I would have had time to shower. I just wanted to just have a conversation just to be, you know, to clear the air type of deal. That's all it was. We worked right next to each other and we lived right next to each other.
Right.
You know, there's no reason for us to be on those type of levels of anything when we see each other and we've been affiliated with each other for years, like, you know, or knowing each other for years. You know, like, I think, shit, I've known Travis since he is 14 years old. 14 years old. It was, 14 years old because I didn't have my license at the time, and my cousins did. And him and his boys came and ran a train on a girl from Inverness. So he dropped the girl back off to us at the McDonald's because you remember everybody used to hang out at the McDonald's at the high school. And I'm like, you better take her home. You did what you did, and I see the way she looked. You know, and then after that, we just became friends or whatever. Like I said, every street I lived on, you came to the house, got a haircut, the whole nine. It just crazy how this situation happened. Truly does.
So did your current girlfriend live with you at the house? At your place?
No, I'm trying to get her to be my girlfriend. It's not gonna happen now.
No, not Amanda. You said you were with another girl.
Oh, Liz? Yeah, Liz. She lives in Beverly Hills.
Okay.
But she was there though, like she was, you know, like she'll come like 3-4 nights or sometimes out of the week, you know, and hang out and chat. But no, she didn't live at the house. She wanted to though.
How long you been dating her?
That was 4 years. 4 years, and that was the hardest breakup I ever had to do because, you know, I really wanted to be with the girl, but, you know, and just like I said, it was a hard one.
All right, you easy for you to let him sit or stand?
I already took his fault in GSR now, so.
this your stuff?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have your camera on you?
Yeah, he said, I'm gonna go to the bathroom first and I'll do that and then we're gonna take clothing too.
Okay.
So,
I mean, like I said, I'm gonna be quick.
You're good. He'll be right back.
Oh, okay, I just wanted, okay. I see what you're saying, my fault. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're good. You're good. No, I get it. You got to pee.
Yeah. Shoot, I did a dump before we came in, well, I'm like, I drank that coffee from Papa J's. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I'm for real, I'm serious, I'm not joking around when I say time management and everything, man. I be even trying to wake up before the kids go to school so I can use the bathroom. I've always had bowel problems, always.
All right, you want to walk down here and take a piss real quick?
Yes, sir. Just quick pee, that's it. How did it smell like this?
So, something we saw was kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
You say you're coming from Ocala.
Yes, sir.
You drive down.
Drive down to
44, you pass Colony, come off of Independence on the 44,
Mm-hmm.
go past Colony, go past Racetrack, and you said you were gonna cut through.
Yeah, I was stressed through, yeah. Why would I not turn at the other spots?
No, at what point, why did you drive through the parking lot of Colonial Plaza?
I drove to the parking lot of Colonial Plaza.
Yeah.
Oh, that was when I was on the phone with John because I saw Nick up there. And I was just like, oh, I'm here already at the barbershop, so I don't got to worry about going in. I told you that. I literally said I go to Papa J's every morning to go get my coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Then I go and check on the shop because what I wanted to do was I was going to go up there and make sure that the AC is perfectly fine,
Mm-hmm.
which I can show proof of that too as well, that we had an AC issue within the last 2 weeks. Because when summertime kicks, that commercial unit don't really do.
This is a major psychological slip known as a lapse in narrative control. His unconscious need to survey his territory, to check on his business domain, leads him to voluntarily drive into the same plaza where Traz was located. When confronted, he scrambles to fill the gap with mundane details. This reveals that his actions were not as passive as he claims. He was actively patrolling his turf, a detail his brain tried to hide within a routine.
Right, supposed to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? And also too, I was gonna go up there and go and pick up when I got done cutting my son's hair, which he got a fresh haircut. He had chips that he spilled all over my barber's hair, and I didn't want to hear from, you know what I'm saying?
From the day before?
Yeah, from the day before. I think I cut his hair like literally the day before.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I gave him a fresh fade. And then that's when I left and I went out there and I was just going home. That was it.
So you drove through Colonial Plaza,
Yeah.
and didn't stop and go inside the barbershop or anything?
No.
So you saw Nick was
No,
already
I saw
there.
Nick was already there, and I know once they're there, that they're gonna be like, oh, you know what, Skinny had his son here or whatever, you know what I mean, and just did it that way. You
So
know?
then now you're heading back home, you're
Yeah.
gonna cut through Starbucks,
Yeah, correct.
see him there, and then go
I ain't gonna lie, I was about to go through Don Poss because I was just like, oh, you know, I want to see my ex Brittany.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck, you know, that girl aggravating as hell, but I was just like, nah, I'm gonna just go through Starbucks. You know, I literally do that same route every day. I even had a golf cart. I drive through there with David Elias saw me one day. He said, man, you need to go get one of them low speed things. And I'm like, what is that? He's like, a tag, because you can't be driving it. Like, you literally, I saw you leave from your house, drive through Starbucks, and then you drove up the sidewalk. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't want to put it on the road. I only can go 20 miles an hour. And he was just like, yeah, but you still, I was like, all right, I understand. So I just stopped driving that thing. You know what I mean? That's literally my same route every day. I told him, my life is so tight with having those girls full time, you know, that I do the same thing every single day.
I don't know if anybody has told you yet, you know Trask is dead. They had him alive a little bit, but he did not make it at the hospital. I don't know if anybody had told you that.
You know, Leo was in here trying to just, you know, he comfort me and stuff, whatever. He understood the story and stuff like that, but That's not something that I wanted to have happen today. And, you know, that's just really sad because, like I said, that's literally my friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's it. And I'm just trying to, you know, I was just trying to get him to understand stuff. Like I told the guy before, there's a lot of black guys that grow up in life with a lot of anger in their body and don't want to listen. And they just automatically draw to thinking that type of thing and saying that. You know, that's why I want to prove to you, to let you know that every single time there's an argument or any type of instance, that's immediately the first thing that he wants to do is to threaten. You know, and I'm like, that's just weird. I'm trying to have a civil conversation with you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here to be running up on no game person or running up on somebody or whatever, you know, like in that manner, doing a drive-by or whatever, or looking for an altercation. I got 2 little girls, man, and a son that I'm just not brought into this world. You know, the last thing that I want to be sitting there doing is be trying to sit there and get into a fight. My main thing was the safety of them. That's why I was trying to get clarification so that he can possibly even say, if you knew who the person was that was speaking on that stuff, then say something. You can go to my house. I literally barricaded my house so that if it were to get shot, that I know that I can roll off the bed, no joke. I put my truck in front of my window, you know what I'm saying? Because you ain't gonna shoot through an engine block, if anything, or whatever. And my back door to where my daughter stay at, I even put a spotlight back there. So if somebody, you know, there's sometimes if people see a spotlight, they're not gonna go there.
Right.
But that's just it. You know what I'm saying? It's not no vindictive, meaning like, oh, you know, you need to go and do this. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? And I know Nick Norton's the one that's going through that paperwork right now. He knows me. He sees me every single day when he comes to my barbershop. You know what I'm saying? He knows that I carry while being in my barbershop. You know what I'm saying? Because he's seen it multiple times and never has one time have he ever said, Skinny, cover up your weapon. You know what I'm saying? Or any of that nature. He don't feel threatened. He don't be turned around feeling no type of way. It's just mind blowing. That's why I said this situation should have never even happened if we just would have a civil conversation and you not talking about threatening and hurting and taking me away from my family.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's self-defense, flat out, clear as day, or whatever, you know. And it sucks because, like I told Leo beforehand, being in the military prior service or whatever, I know how to where you got to break down every single detail. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, if you were to put yourself there in the same shoes and you sat him and threatened multiple times, and you got the proof to even show this. You know what I'm saying? And then you're over here just trying to just have a civil conversation and now this shit's happened. It's clear day. Stand your ground, protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. And I'm telling you, I ain't no vindictive. I feel bad. I honestly, I swear to God, I really honestly do. You know what I'm saying? No joke. There's no bone in my body that's just sitting there saying, yay, this is happening. I'm stressed out even more now. Because now I can't go back to my home, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with the situation, you know what I'm saying? I'm worried about my daughter. She graduated today. She ain't gonna walk across the stage knowing that her dad is in this situation. You know what I'm saying? And I even saw like just a glimpse. My kid's mom even knows about it out here, and she's rushing back from Tennessee to try to make sure she can get to my son, which is in Ocala, you know? So that's what I'm trying to, I got a lot on my head, which I put the kids first, man. Like I said, everything and anything in this world, I put my kids first, and their safety to me, you know, matters a lot to me. You know what I'm saying, when it comes down to it. And that's all I really was just trying to make sure that, hey, we was on the same page or whatever. Like, hey, man, you know, I should be able to go out there and go barbecue or whatever and not have to be looking over my shoulder or even getting on Zillow to try to find a new place to live. You see what I'm saying? Because I just want to be happy. All I wanted to do was just date the girl. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Hey, do you know, you don't know John's number, do you?
John is 352-615-6168.
615-6168?
Yes. And you may have to call him or either text him because John's from New York and he ain't probably won't answer. But I mean, if you send, you know, oh, never mind. Yeah, he should answer because I saw him text me too as well.
Okay. Sit tight for me for a few more. Let me talk to that side real quick.
What's that stuff?
This is your wall, right?
Yes, sir. You can take all that. I don't need that pen or nothing, bro.
I'm gonna stick it in this other room over here.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm not stressing none of that.
No, you're good.
Okay.
interview effectively over, the detectives let him keep talking. For the next half hour, he does.
Basketball, football. I know a lot of the Leos that work with you guys, so I play basketball, football.
I went to Citrus. I graduated in 05.
05, so you know my cousin Donnie Ross.
Oh yeah.
RJ Cobb, stuff like that.
RJ. How them boys doing?
Yeah, Brad Lattin. RJ ain't doing good though, but the other one, Brad Lattin, doing good. I think he was a basketball coach for Citrus.
Brad
for
was?
1 year, yeah, for 1 year. He did it for 1 year, and then Augustine, which is my classmate, he's now the head coach of Citrus.
Red Augustine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you play any sports there though?
I ran track and I played soccer.
Oh, okay. So you was with you knew Matt Richards then?
Yeah, Matty Richards.
Yeah, Matt Richards, little short himself, and then Chad Ritchie. I don't know if Chad was
I think Chad played for a little while.
Chad was a soccer player too.
Yeah.
But that's the only one that I knew of right now.
I'm trying to think of, I can't remember his daggone name. He's like a sophomore when I was a senior. He's a tall black kid. He was fast as hell. He was awesome. We ran 4x4 and 400 together.
So you was a senior,
Dang,
you was a
I
sophomore?
cannot remember his name to save my life.
Wasn't Andrew Franklin?
I was good friends with him for a long time. I can't believe I can't remember.
And that's the only sport he played?
I think he played football. He's probably a little younger than you. Maybe same grade. He was awesome. He was awesome, man.
We ain't had too many athletes that I was on. I ain't gonna lie, but I was really the only athlete in my class because I did all the sports, even track and field. And then I was the only brother on the team. You knew Nick Del Judas?
Yeah.
The one that went and played baseball. He's a Leo now. He's down in Miami.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's down in Miami, but he off the road though now. He does like training stuff.
Okay.
So I got his brother here too. Yeah, he cool people. But just like this situation right here, he stole my high school sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? And we still living our lives. That's what I try to say, bro. It's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we still living our lives. And I mean, like, I literally walked into a party and seen him. I'm just like, damn, cousin, like that. She's like, well, I want to go. I'm like, once I saw that at high school, for the rest of my life, I was just like, if a female does it to me, oh well, you just push on and move on about your merry old life, you know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks though, it really does suck, especially when it happens to the guys or whatever, guys, we be in our feelings for like we was in COVID or something, we gotta die. But a female, it ain't nothing. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I miss them boys though, but I should have left though the same time that they left. The only real reason why I came back is just like I told him, is because my daughters are here. I was really, really successful in Ocala. Even though I was only a few minutes away, but I didn't want my daughters being raised over in Ocala, with all the advances of them boys, because like my clients would come in 13, 14 years old and be like, man, you know how to hit this one this week. I'm like, oh, hell no. You ain't gonna be hitting my daughter. You know what I'm saying? We don't want that though. Like, if she letting you do stuff like that, you gotta be getting off. But,
yeah,
I just moved down here.
You were cutting hair in Ocala too?
Yeah, I was cutting hair.
Yeah.
I worked at Hair Junkies and Flash Cuts, which is really two really, really good barbershops. Way better than my barbershop. Even though, I'm the owner, I can say that for real though, because they got more traffic. The people willing to pay more, you know what I'm saying? They got events going on in Ocala too. Not like how Citrus County is. We goes by $1,200 driftwood at an art festival. Like they got real events going on. So the guys are having to be cleaned up more, and then so the kids as well too. So it's had way better business, And the atmosphere was pretty cool too, because he had a big 300-gallon fish tank or whatever, in there, and like if you came and got so many haircuts, he'll put you into the winning of you winning one of those fish. Now, I ain't gonna lie, man, they spent a lot of money. Man, spent like $2,000 on a fish, But he was the business owner. He had 10 barbers working for him. So the man's grossing like $30,000 a month.
Wow.
He's killing it. You know what I'm saying? Killing it. It's good money in barbering. It really is. Truly is.
What's a haircut cost at your shop?
My haircut for when you walk in is 25. I do give the Leos the $5 off because I'm getting military. I do the discount. But 9 out of 10 people pay $40 for the cut. And then now I just recently went up to $30 for my haircut just because of inflation. You know what I'm saying? And I really don't have no second income. So I just I went up to $5 there. So it's not too bad. It's a medium price. But I don't want to go no higher than that because not a lot of people are going to be able to afford that. You know what I mean? And then who the hell is going to be looking at like, man, I got to either eat or I'm going to go get this haircut. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a lot of people doing that type of stuff or whatever. So it's hard to keep a business here. It really is, man. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been trying to do a whole 9. They've been wanting me to try to go political, and I'm not doing that.
Man.
You guys are the cut on his place.
Oh.
Yes.
You want me to document that?
Yes, I thought you got it. It's on his knee.
On me.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, if you want your hair to stay like nice and short, like I get mine faded, it's been probably been 2 weeks, but like it's $25.
Correct.
And so like,
Where do you go to get cut?
I've been going to that guy in Times Square forever, in town barbershop.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've been getting my hair cut there since I was a little kid.
Yeah, that's damn, the little Italian guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have
Him
anything
and
else
his
for me?
brother. That's it. I'm just
Okay.
waiting on Sling. If you let him know.
See you.
Thank you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been going there a long time. But I mean, if you think about it, like after tip and everything, you'd be spending $60 or $80 a month just to keep your hair looking right.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it grows a lot. Like we was gonna stay along the lines of a low price with like Tim Barber Room. Even Fred even came to me and he was just like, man, your name carries weight. Every barbershop I go in, they be like skinny. I was like, I know, I've been here for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I try to help out everybody. And I'm also involved in the community too. So he was like, well, why don't you make a shop like how I had it? And I'll help you. And I'm like, I don't want no other partners because I already got 2 other partners now. And I really don't want to be there no more. I actually wanted to open up my barbershop into Walmart before back to school. You know,
Oh, yeah.
because you're gonna get all of those kids there. But once people see that barbershop there, you cutting the cost of having to advertise because Walmart's already doing that for you for the foot traffic. You see what I'm saying? That's gonna save us a lot of money there. Walmart actually cares about their stores and making sure that the AC stayed up to par, things of that nature. You know, they got backup generators. We don't get that love at where we're at. I'm paying almost $1,000 a month, and the AC recently went out. Like I was telling him, you know, about 2 weeks ago, man. About 2 weeks ago, man, it was so hot in that place. And guess what they tell us? You got to give us $1,000 before we can even call or have someone fix it. So that's another reason why it is beneficial that I do have business owners that sell, because you know it's only $333 out of my pocket. But why do I have to pay you $1,000 to go get it fixed when it may have just been something simple, you know? And it ended up being something simple because I had to go back the next day because, like I said, my other barbers they have their life going on, but like I really do love cutting hair and I care about my business. So I showed up the next day at 6 a.m. And I'm over there hanging out Papa J like I always do, but not at 6 a.m. though. I go around like 7:30, 8 o'clock. But 6 a.m. I'm hanging out. They're like, what the hell are you doing here? I said, I'm here to check and make sure my AC gets working right or whatever, you know. And also that the guy can come in and out if he has to set something, you know what I'm saying, to see if it's working. He was just like, all right, I kid you not, man. The guy goes up there and comes right back down off the ladder. Guess what he says? Something was just lodging in your fan. And we can't get the money back. And I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, this is a $250 call for me to come out. And then man, to be real with you, the fan didn't need to be replaced, but I just replaced it anyway. I was like, so did you charge me for that? He's like, no, I didn't charge you for the fan, but I just wanted to let you know. I said, damn. So by you going up there and just seeing something was lodged in there, and you're moving, now the fan's back working again, because it was a humming noise. He said he was humming up top. Anyway, that cost $1,250. I was like, damn. So I want to try to switch up, man. Hopefully, you know, like this thing is, you know, whatever, over with, so I keep going on with my life. Cause that's really what I want to do. I want to get this barbershop here And then after I get this one successful, then I was gonna go to Ocala and do the same thing in Ocala. And then I think the villages don't have a Walmart.
Is there a place open in Walmart?
Yeah, right by the glasses spot. Right by the glasses spot. I scanned the code the other day and they told me all I got to do is put all my information in, DB number, all that, and they're gonna run back and see numbers and then they'll let us go in there. But my numbers are
What's
good.
rent cost in there?
Now that I don't know. I told myself I'm not going past 2,000. I can go to that because it's an 800 square foot building, but I don't need seating for customers. So I'm just going to maximize the whole spot full of barbers. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or even, a hairstylist to braid hair. And then I just charge them commission. I could afford it, because if I get 8 barbers or even 8 stylists, and I charge them, because right now my barber's paying $50 a day, but they will be getting taken almost on an average of $100 or more a day because of the commission. Now they're gonna leave with a good chunk of change, because I'm gonna cap it off. Like once you hit a certain number, I don't need no more money from you. That's just being greedy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I've been doing it for 20 something plus years. I've seen barbershop owners push away their clients because of being greedy. So hopefully it works out. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully.
Would it be hard to find that many barbers to come?
No.
Because I swear every time I go to get my haircut, it's like there's nobody in there.
Yeah.
Like 2 people.
Correct. It is, but I'm going to keep it real with you, man. They don't take care of their barbers. See, me, I'm going to make sure I get a schedule, you know what I mean? And I'm going to let people know their potential earnings because I can do that for them or whatever. And they're going to be like, no, I'm being serious. Work for me. Just work for me for one day. Work for me for a week. And you'll see how hard I go, to get people in. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I'm not political in any way, shape, or form, but we ain't even touch bases. I got the fire department, the police station or whatever, and a lot of people been wanting me to have our spot be deemed only for first responders and stuff. But like I said, what about the D-boys and stuff? Like they pay money too, you know what I'm saying? Like we got to get it for everybody or whatever, And I don't want to just be on that, but I've had a lot of big name people come in. Pendergrass came and talked to me as well too, But I don't want to be a part of all of that politics. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a scary thing. Like even with Buddy right now, he got to deal with it right now with the whole, the Lahira thing. And I'm just like, oh Lord, I can imagine what he got to go and deal with on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. That's why I never wanted to be a boss. Having that much power over anybody. Even when I was in the service, I'm like, nope. You good? I'm like, no, I suck. I don't even know how to shoot. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. I don't even know how to shoot. They're like, all right, we'll keep you here. Because if you try to be that guy, you know what I'm saying? Like the Leo that was here earlier, just like he was telling me, he was like, man, I was going to qualify, and they just kept moving me up and up and up and up and up. And next thing you know, I was on the same level as Chris Collins, a sniper. I was like, nah. When you're in the military, you don't want to be that guy. You just want to do your job and get out. That's all you want to do, straight up. So.
Did you go overseas?
No overseas. No overseas, thank God. I had orders to go, but I was smart. I got the hell out of that military. I'm serious, man. My first 6 months of being in there, I'm like, damn, how the hell am I supposed to pay bills? My first check was $1,200. First check. I said, I was here for 30 days, and I got $1,200. I'm like, I don't know, bro. I don't think I can stay in here. You know what I'm saying? So I got out of the military. And right after I got out of the military, I started making a lot more money. I worked at Closet Maid in Ocala. I did apply for E1, but I turned that job down because they told me how strenuous that job was. So I was like, I'm not doing that. And that's basically it. I've been a barber ever since.
That's when you got into cutting hair?
Yeah, I got into barbering ever since because it's quick money, like you do the math or whatever, as far as, you working, right? You have to get paid by the hour, you know what I'm saying? If I can go and get so many units to come through this door, I may be able to cut 3-4 heads in an hour, and not rushing because some haircuts are simple, you know what I'm saying? And if I can do that, I can potentially make anywhere from $100 an hour, $40 an hour, $30 an hour. It just all depends on how I want to be, because I'm not going to show some days, like Monday, for instance, of last week, I went into work from 9 to 3, and I'm gone. They're like, why you made $400? I'm going. I'm not. We have like, I don't know, I think I did the census, like almost 300,000 or something that moved to Citrus County now, or whatever. You can't cut everybody. So I'm gonna cut what I can, and I'm gonna leave and go about my merry way, you know? And a lot of times, like my boy John, he like to be up there all day. Like John greedy though, but I was like, I can't do it. I used to be like that, but I ain't greedy. I want enough to get by, you know what I'm saying? Go home, smoke, hang out with my kids, throw the softball around, and that's basically it. I just recently got some softballs. Matter of fact, for my daughter, I got 50 of them. Now tell me how Citrus County is with this. I messaged the lady, because it's on the word of mouth or whatever, $75 she wanted for all of these balls. Now, some of them were new, some of them isn't. But at the same token, it's a best offer. So my best offer was $50. I shot you the $50 deal. You didn't want the $50 from me. Then I told him I'd come pick them up right now. Now you done had these balls online for 6 days, you know? So I said, okay, I'm gonna shoot it at you again. Here's the $50. And then I said, you know what? Let me get my employee to message this lady really quick. Soon as Mick messaged the lady and said, I come pick them up right now for $50, that's all I have, clear as day. Yeah, here's the address, Citrus Springs. I said, this is just messed up. I got a lot of deals like that though. Even my lawnmower, I did the same thing. I had my girlfriend go and message the lady because they seen me as being all aggressive, like, damn, you just trying to screw me over. But then whenever she messaged, she was like, oh, I got $900 or whatever. The guy was like, yeah, just come over. I'm like, yeah. My whole house is off of that marketplace or whatever, man. Like, my furniture's from the villages. All of my furniture is from the villages. And then, yeah, I get like little scrabblers from here and there. Right now, I'm looking for a washer and dryer for that actual girl. That's what I was trying to do today, to be honest, because she said she needed one. So I was like, icing on the cake, get her, you know what I'm saying? I was like, let me go and get the washing machine, and I was just messaging buddy too, and I'm like,
you working hard to get this girl.
man, I'm telling you, she's worth it, bro. She really is. That's why I was trying to let them know, like, I'm not here to try to be a father to your boy's son, you know, but everybody in this world needs love or whatever, you know, and I ain't looking for that girl to be a mother to my kids, but if she can step up and play that role, then that's fine. But let's at least be on the same page to co-parent. Then at the same token, you should respect it coming from me, being the man that I am, knowing that I'm out there doing the stuff that I'm doing. Bro, I work every day. I'm out there in front of that yard or whatever on Silverwood, throwing softballs up and down that goddamn street. I ain't got time. My whole house is clean. But if you go tomorrow, I'm getting that laundry. You take that laundry in there, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you need something for the week, I might fold some stuff up real quick. But everything else is spotless, though. And just my part of it. Because, like I said, I want them to have a good life or whatever. You know, my daughters, I grew up poor, man, my whole life. Like, I'm talking about dirt poor. Like, I'll probably be, this outfit right here when I was in school, when you was in school, I'd have been wearing this for like 4 days. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll try to like go get that same shirt, maybe wear it with a different pair of pants. You know what I mean? So that's why I appreciate a lot of things or whatever in life, and that's why I'm the way I am, because I'm, you know, what they would say, I guess, as humble, you know? Because I got Gucci shoes now. You know what I'm saying? And name brand designers and all of that stuff. But I don't never flaunt it in no one's face, you know? I just bought it to see maybe if, like, you know, it was going to change the way I am as a person, like in a better way. But not all it did was just bring me more pussy. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, he has Gucci shoes. She's going to spend money on me. My daughters, I don't spend no money on you. I'm being so serious.
You're fixing to buy a washer and dryer today.
But that girl is different because the story with that is like, all right, so I gotta tell you. So when I was with my first kid's mother, she had cheated on me. So, you know, we still stayed in the same house and was cordial. But it was my time to leave because I just didn't want to be. I'm like, I'm watching you coming in the house. I know you didn't went and got some from some other dude. I'm playing the game. I'm just like, man, I say, you know what? 7 months then went by. Your mom living here. I was just like, you good. I know that you financially to be all right. I'm going to just leave. Well, I met that girl in school. And I was like, you know, dang, you so nice. And this is over at Ocala. And I'm like, man, let's just chit chat. So we started talking. And then I went and took her out on a date. And I went to go on, you know, like everything went perfectly fine. But I was so anxious and nervous, bro, I couldn't do nothing. Nothing. When I say nothing, bro, I'm telling you, I went to that girl's house 4 days in a row. Nothing. I even called the doctor. I said, hey, man, we need something going on with his blood pressure or something's wrong, bro, because I can't even perform. And he was like, what? So I had told myself, whatever, you know what, since I can't give her that, I'm gonna just let it be. You know, then I met up with her again, and this time she had her own house, all of this stuff, whatever, you know, same thing with me. I'm living in Sugar Mill, so I had a little bit of a financial confidence, you know, because I'm in a way better house and all of this stuff. But again, it happened again.
The same girl.
Same as that chick. Now this is the first time we chit-chatted, we went to the movie theater, bowling alley or whatever and stuff like that. I waited 4 years later, maybe 5, and saw her again because she liked to talk to Crystal River dudes. I don't never be out there affiliated. I'm in Inverness, you know what I mean? So like, she finally came and got a haircut. Then her mom was like, oh, you know, he's a good looking guy, blah, blah, blah. You should go and talk to him or whatever, you know. And then that's when we ended up chit-chatting. But in the back of my mind, like I said, paying attention to my surroundings, I said, hold on, isn't your baby daddy in prison? She's like, yeah. And I was like, when does he come home? Or whatever. She was like, oh, very soon. And then I was like, what is this? And she was just like, oh, I'm just holding his money. Because I mean, that boy has money. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I already arrested buddy already multiple times. But I was like, ugh. I don't think I can compete with him, and I don't want to be around when that situation happens. So I got my daughters and I left. That was like a month and a half of us doing that, you know. And she was mad after that. She was like, why didn't you listen to me and get me pregnant or, you know, wipe me up? And I'm like, because I didn't want to deal with it. Look at what's going on. This dude, now he know that we talking, and he literally had no problem sending the threat over, you know. So I was like, damn, but she a good one, though. She really is a good woman, you know what I'm saying? It's just the people that she chooses to be with are the bad ones. And that's why I don't understand how I even got into it, because I'm like going down the line, I'm like naming all these different dudes, and I'm like, he got felonies, I don't. This dude sags his pants all the time, I don't. This dude, you know what I'm saying, selling drugs, I don't. Like, I'm with my kids. This kid's never with his kids, and I'm always with my kids, you know what I'm saying? And he's just like, it was just ongoing or whatever. I was just like, I don't know how I fit into it. But I think really, now that I logically think about it, what her fancy is that she do want me to like, give her the business, you know what I'm saying, and all said and done. And I'm like, I want more than that. I do. And I want more, but it ain't gonna happen. Are you married yet?
Yep, I'm settled down. I've been settled down.
You married somebody from Citrus?
No, they're a military girl.
No,
they were all over the place.
That's good.
They ended up here late, but yeah.
That's good.
Yes, sir.
Kids too?
Oh yeah. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah, man. By far. I tried to only have 2 girls, man. My daughters are 14 and 11, but I had that doggone one night stand, and next thing you know, it was a wrap.
That's how it goes.
I'm like, damn. And I blame my ex ever since that. She just like, why you blaming me? I was just trying to get some, and next thing you know, now I'm stuck between, I'm on $1,300 a month in child support.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah, I really am. Yeah.
For both of them or one?
Just, no, my daughters live with me. I'm dad, like, you know, I'm the only person.
Oh, so you have 2 different.
Yeah. So I got a Puerto Rican baby mama that lives here, but that's the two girls. That's the ones I was more or less worried about, because obviously they were stuck in the house. And then I got a son that's in Ocala, and his mother is what the hell is she? She's a bank teller. You know what I'm saying, like that. But yeah, she put me on child support because I didn't want to date her. She was like, oh, well, you won't go and date this girl. And I, you know, basically what it was whenever I first started talking to her, and then like I showed her like how a real man can actually be, you know, taking her on dates, you know what I'm saying, showing her chivalry's not dead, treating her daughter the correct way type stuff. And then also too, I've been able to afford to go do different things. She fell in love instantly. But I was just being me. It just come natural. Just like with this last girl as well too, the same thing with her. She's like, why do you do so much? I said, because I love hard and I like to give. I prefer to give people before I give myself. You know what I mean? And she's just like, I get that, but you also got to take care of yourself. But anyway, yeah, this chick right here, bruh, she went and seen them finances and straight to court. She had my bank statement before I had my bank statement. And I don't even know how that even happened. I'm just like, you know, but Yeah, it's been a struggle ever since, man. Cause now they're trying to put my child support up more, because of inflation. Because the judge says, or not the judge, but the lawyer says he has a good argument just because of the inflation. Because now the daycare went up $50, food costs went up, and also stuff cost goes up. And I'm like, well, why would she just do her part? My son, with me, like I said, growing up poor and only having one pair of shoes, he got 18. He's only 2 years old. He don't need all those shoes. You know what I'm saying? I made it. You know, and personally, I feel like the kids should struggle a little bit anyway, so that way they can be a little bit more accepting and appreciative of things. You know what I mean?
Right.
Rather than just being a spoiled brat. But I ain't nothing I can do about it. You know, she got a brand new house as well too.
What does she do for a living?
She's the bank teller.
Dang.
I'm paying for it. I calculated every year. I give her 20. For Liam's he's about to be 3 years old. It's $25,000 a year. Telling you, bro. And I say I be tough, like I'm not joking when I say this. It really is really hard some days for me. You know, it truly honestly is.
Dang.
That's why I would be down there hanging out with Buddy smoking sometimes. Shoot, he buys some, I buy some. We ain't gonna just buy every week because you know what I'm saying. And $50 a day, you do the math. That's a lot of money. You know, so I was just like, man.
Is that what it costs?
Yeah, it's depending.
Now, did you go get your card?
I got my card. Yes, I want to got that.
That stuff's crazy expensive.
Yeah, it is. That's why I got that little pen.
I heard it's strong though.
It is, but just one little tap is like equivalent to almost a half a blunt, you know, of a cigar. So you just mellow. That's all it is. Like mine is just to be mellow. I don't be on that trying to be like looking like I'm taking 30 perks or something and sleeping in the corner. Like,
does it help you sleep at night?
Oh yeah, by far. To sleep at night, even like with back pain. Like I got one strand, which is not in that pen. I don't even know what strand that one is, but it literally only fights pain. So like you can smoke, you can sit there and hold it in, you ain't gonna get hot. But your body, you know, you want it to be like almost a numb type of thing or whatever, and you just relax. So at nighttime before I go to sleep, I do smoke. I just, you know what I'm saying, go on my little knob that I got back there. I smoke even a joint or the bong or a whole blunt, and you're good to go. You can still wake up, you gonna hear stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's just, my thing is, with me, my mind runs so much, that's the reason why I think I smoke. Because I think about a lot of things. Like I said, I think about my daughter today, with this here situation or whatever, just trying to figure stuff out. So it's kind of difficult.
I need to go phone calls. You good? Anything?
I gotta take a leak, but you're good. I'm just waiting on you.
5 minutes.
Gotcha.
Can you hold it for 5?
I don't know. We made him hold it for like 15.
Yeah, she made me hold it for almost an hour. No, like, dang. It's alright though. It's sad to say, but I'm gonna tell you it's God and the truth. The Lord, if He let me make it out of this, and I know I didn't do nothing wrong, I'm never telling you. And this is coming from a veteran's mouth. Truly, truly, truly crazy.
What'd you say that girl's name was?
Amanda?
Amanda Nelson?
Yeah.
There it is. What was your baby mama live local?
Yeah,
No, Ocala.
No, I got one that live local.
With your son?
Oh, the son, that's Shelby.
Shelby.
Yeah, Maddox.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. She stayed here for a little bit, but she left though. She only stayed for like a little bit. Cause I let her stay with me for about
Maddox with T's?
Yeah, two T's.
But the girl that you dated for 4 years.
Oh, that's Liz.
Liz what?
Rios.
Is it Elizabeth or Liz?
It's just Liz. She's Mexican.
Rios, R-I-O-S?
Yeah.
And you have a kid with Liz?
No
No?
kids. No.
But you have one with Shelby?
Correct. One boy with Shelby, and 2 girls are with Michelle.
Michelle obviously wasn't on the one night stand then.
No, Michelle, I almost married Michelle. Yeah, we were together for 8 years. And then she had cheated on me. I started letting her go to the gym, and she just cheated on me just literally one day, and I'm like, that's crazy. I let you, like, not let you go to the gym, I wouldn't say that, but just like, I was like, oh, go to the gym, work out, because you're feeling down and out about yourself, so go work out. I work out in the sun every day, so I'm never going to get fat, you know what I mean? So just do it, and long story, she just sat there and just, had a whole, I'm talking about for almost like 3 months, I didn't even know it,
From somebody she met at the gym?
Yeah. And then the guy slipped up and called the phone one day. And I was just like, like I said, I pick up numbers quick, so I saw it and I'm like, I'm gonna call this dude back and see what it is. And sure enough, it was the guy, and he explained the whole 9 to me. So I left her alone. Yeah, I'm a long relationship kind of guy. Girls just gravitate to me because like I said, they see that I be taking care of my daughters. They see the money, and they think that I'm just that guy that wants to do that, but I really don't. I be just trying to find girls to, like to love and care about and only have one person to worry about, you know what I mean? Because it's too much to be, oh, you got this life, you living with this girl, but in this life, you got going with this girl. Like, nah, I like to know I'm good. Like right now, and it's sad to say, but my phone probably blowing up from every female I've ever talked to. Because I done already seen it. I'm just like, damn.
Alright, think. If you got nothing, you can go take it.
You good?
Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. We just gotta get you a ride. I'm sorry about the clothes. They kind of get just some generic clothes for situations like this, so it's not really.
You gotta ride away.
Kind of neutral clothing. Get you a ride out of here.
Oh, okay.
So we're about wrapped up.
So what do I do from this, if you don't mind me asking?
Well.
Because I can't even, it's just so sad to me, I can't even.
How long have you known Traske?
It's been years, man.
Yeah.
And I know his brother, and I'm just like, and then the sad thing is, this is where I'm home. This is my home, and it's now it's going to be dangerous for me, because like I told the guy before that had the situation that happened with Tyler, I knew Tyler Two Hopkins, and David and stuff like that. And I told David, I was like, bro, I told his kid's mom, I said, he better not come back here after them 25 years is up. Like the streets is like real and people don't play. And it just sucks. But the thing is my situation is I feel like everybody gonna be screaming at me as if I done something, out of the way wrong. I don't know, man. I just got so long in my head. I really honestly don't know what to do. And then, what they got? Did they tow my vehicle or anything, or?
So I do have to tow your vehicle. Okay. We're gonna have to do a search warrant on your car, so we had to tow it down. They're writing up the search warrant now, so hopefully it won't take that long. But so we had to tow it down to operations, our office down in Inverness.
Okay.
So they're gonna put it in a garage down there. So
thank God. Yeah, because I was about to say, in my back or whatever, it's just my kids' shoes and stuff and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, we're gonna take it. They're gonna put it in a garage down there, so that way it's out of the public eye. It's out of the weather and stuff like that, and that way it's kind of a clean, sterile environment, so we can
do our search warrant and stuff down there. I can't tell you how long that's gonna take or when it's gonna be done. I know the evidence lady that runs that garage is like, hurry up and get your stuff out of my garage so I can get it the next one in there. So
Okay.
we'll get it in, get it processed as quick as we can.
Okay.
Hopefully they'll have the search warrant done and signed before the judge goes home today, so that way we can knock it out first thing in the morning. They'll take updated photographs. Any of your firearms or ammunition stuff that's in there, we're gonna seize.
I'm not even worried about it
right now.
I'm trying to think if Michelle needed anything important for the girls, but I don't think that they do. I think all of their medicine, this should be all at the house. Yeah. Yeah, Michelle should have everything at the house.
The kids take medicine.
Yeah, now they don't have a key to the house though, to get back in if they needed their belongings, because I know they probably packed the bag, you know what I mean, for a couple of things.
Right.
But I would like to give her the food that at least is in there, you know, that type of thing.
Is there a neighbor with a key?
No, just got a landlord, but I don't even really. My landlord's kind of weird. You know,
What about on your key ring?
there's a key on the key ring,
There's
yes.
a key on the key ring.
Yeah.
Is it marked or is it something?
Yeah, I just don't want them going there by their self or whatever, that type of thing.
Right.
They just got a whole bunch of little dots on it. So what's going to happen with me? That's what I want to know in my situation, because I know we talking about that and all that stuff, sir, but I ain't lying. I got to poop again, stomach flipping.
I totally get it. You said, let me back up to the key. Is there, a bunch of different keys on there?
Yeah, it's a house key with a dot, so a whole bunch of little dots on it.
Okay. You don't have your work keys on there, the same key ring by any chance?
Yes, but
We'll find it. I'll find it.
yes.
If we need to, we'll help them out taking care of that.
Yeah, if anything, I mean, hell, they could just take because the way my keys are set up on there, it's like another quick release latch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that set of keys that's on the quick release latch, they could just take that off and just keep the file up. If they want to do it that way, you know what I mean? So that way they can have that, because it even got my Harley keys on it too.
You said Michelle?
Yes, Michelle.
Who's
Michelle Hernandez is Emmy and Aubrey's mom.
okay. I don't think I got it. Is she coming to get the girls?
She already got the girls.
She already got them?
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay with her going in there and getting stuff?
Yeah, I don't know what the situation is. Like I told you, it really is bad. So I don't want her going in the house and then they mistaking it as me. So honestly, just don't even worry about letting her get the key, you know, because God forbid if they do and they try to, you know what I'm saying, like they think it's me going in the home, and I don't know what goes on, because the guy that, you know, this thing happened to, his family lives literally right across the street. So I don't want her going in the house.
Right. Okay. As everything goes right now, Skinny, you are going to be arrested. Okay?
Psychologically, this is locus of control shifting. Facing a total loss of freedom, his brain retreats to the one thing he can still influence, his role as a provider. By focusing on the practical survival of his children and the business, he is stabilizing his identity. It is the final act of a man who realizes he can no longer control the legal narrative, so he desperately tries to ensure his legacy and dependents remain safe.
If we find something, anything you find, all goes to the state's attorneys.
Correct.
So we've reached out to them already.
I don't even got no money for no one. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
And told them where we're at. Okay. I just want to make sure that right now we can take care of your kids or help you get
your kids stuff that they might need.
Well, that money that's in there, that cash or whatever, just give it to Michelle. And is there any way I can even talk to Michelle just so that way she knows?
The money that's in your
In my
wallet?
wallet, yeah. I need to get that to her because when I say I'm tight, I don't have no money in my account. Like, so I want to give that to her. You know what I'm saying? Damn, man, and Liam needs money too, though.
What's Michelle's number?
Zero.
How much money's in your wallet?
Over $600 to $700.
You want to give that to her?
I don't want to give it all to her. I just wish to some of it, but
You want me to get your wallet and put it in here?
yeah, just give it to her because I know that they're gonna have to take it. You know what I mean?
She's on her way back from Tennessee.
No, that's Shelby. That's Liam's mom.
Okay.
That's the little boy. Yeah, Michelle's already here. But I said, you already knew that was gonna happen. I ain't gonna be upset or it just really does. I told you, I knew it. And I was exactly right. That's exactly why I got out the military. You know what I'm saying? You stand your ground, all of this other in the play, you know what I'm saying? And it's messed up. You know, what was he doing before? If I lied and said I was having something, like, come on, man, like, that don't matter. The fact of the matter is the person being threatened. And it's just like, it's really sad, but.
So I think the girl that was in here taking your pictures and stuff, I put that with your property, with her.
Damn.
I can release it though.
Yeah, man, because my kids need that money, man.
That's easy. I can take care of that. I can take care of that easy enough.
Yeah, because the other stuff, so there's 190 or 120. I need that going to the boys to the barbershop though, because that money has to go in there for us to make our payment for rent.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I had to use that to pay my cell phone bill this past week. But I have the money, I just need to put it back into the account so that they can make it right.
Let me see what I can do. Will Michelle handle that for you?
I mean, if I can talk to her, you know what I'm saying, she would definitely do it. She's gonna make sure that my son's fine.
Yeah.
She's not gonna, even though she don't like me as a person, she's gonna make sure that my kid is always taken care of.
So are you good if I just release the money to her? And I'll relay to her, hey, give, what'd you say, 190?
No, it's 120 to the barbershop.
120 to the barbershop?
Yeah, it should be 120 to the barbershop because I use the cell phone. Use that money to pay the cell phone, and then the remainder of the money can go to her.
Take care of that.
And then to take care of the girls.
Okay.
I don't want to go into that house.
Like you'll have a chance to call and talk to her.
Yeah, do that whole call over there thing.
From the jail and all that stuff. Okay.
Is there any way I can get numbers out of the phone, or is she already, because it's 2024 and remember everybody's number.
Is there a specific number you're looking for?
I would like to talk to Brittany.
Get with Nick.
I don't know if he can. It's plugged in. I don't know if he can.
Well, that means you're giving us permission to go in there and get these phone numbers.
Oh, we gotta rewrite it again. Don't worry about it.
I don't have to rewrite it again.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna give me
Yeah. I'm not worried about that. Just, you know what I'm saying? I just was trying to get the numbers so that way I can at least have a number, because I don't got nobody to call.
Nobody remembers nobody's number.
You know what I'm saying? I don't got no one to call.
Well, you know Michelle's number, but you need Brittany?
Yeah, which is put in there. Actually, don't even worry about it. As long as I can call Michelle will give me the rest of the numbers.
Okay.
And I think when you go to jail or whatever, I don't know if they give you a damn pencil or anything, but.
Yeah, you'd be able to write stuff down. There'll be people who'll be able to get your stuff squared away in there.
So am I being tried as murder?
Yes.
That's crazy. And that is on why, because if you don't mind me asking, man to man, just wondering, because there was no way, shape, or form that I see in my life that I ever said, oh, you know what? Let go play Fortnite. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, it's a lot more complicated than anything like that.
no, I know. It breaks down to even a person, even whenever they challenging you, or they turn left or whatever, they throwing a retreat, or if you sitting there doing something along those lines. But like I said, man, you know, you know what I'm saying? Literally, he just rolled up. I paid situational awareness. I pay attention to everything or whatever, you know, straight up. So I'm just trying to pinpoint and figure out who got the best angle as far as cameras though, because I know we have people that got cameras up there. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. You know, that's the only thing.
Is there cameras in the shop, in your shop?
Nah, it didn't happen in the shop. It happened outside. It just, you know, I want them to see, man. You know, like I said, bro, that's just too much.
Trask has a camera right outside of his shop. Is there anybody else that has access to his
That girl,
shop?
Nicole does.
Nicole does?
She probably ain't recorded it because he said it just runs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just runs, you know, 24/7. But the sad part about it is she ain't gonna let, she not gonna let you get access to it because of the was going down there. You know, that's
Was he doing that out front?
yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? They've been notified multiple times or whatever, you know. Elias has been down there. That's why you see, I showed you on the phone that he was like, oh, you know, who is this gray SUV? I'm like, bro, that's like David Elias' personal vehicle. His old lady's personal vehicle. You know what I'm saying? That's how paranoid you are. I was like, that's crazy. But damn, man. I ain't never in my entire life, bro. Never, ever, like, never in my entire thought that I was gonna lose my life.
Who you waiting on?
South End. You check Sarge's out here in the hall. Check.
That was a dumb question, but is there anywhere I can smoke a cigarette?
Good time.
No.
Oh, is that what y'all?
Yeah.
Okay.
On January 15th, 2026, a Citrus County jury found 37-year-old Dwann Demetrius Ross Jr. guilty of second-degree murder with a firearm for the death of 33-year-old Traske C. Johnson. On February 24th, 2026, Ross was sentenced to life in prison.